Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-bum. Are we up? Are we up? Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions. It's in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross, coming to you live from North Medford High School Jim Maccabee Field in Medford, Oregon. And we thank you for joining us today. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. It features North Medford High School taking on Roseburg High School here. Senior Day. It's the last home game. Well, it's really not. Kind of the last home game. It's a doubleheader, but the last home game is coming up for all of these seniors following this one. We're pleased you are joining us for this game on TableRockSports.net. We'd like to welcome our home and visiting fans to the broadcast. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so please let them know you appreciate their support. You can also help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And 30,000, that would be wrong. 3,300 fans have already done that, and we say thank you to them. We'll be back with more about this game and other things right after this as we go to the Peak Rewards app pregame show on TableRockSports.net.
I'm Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
It's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram season at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
And I welcome you back to the Peaks Rewards app pregame show, where you can save on gas and goodies. Roseburg comes into this ball game 10-6 in conference play, 14-10 overall. And I was talking to Troy Thompson before the game. He says, I said, well, we got a lot to play for today. He says, you do? He says, we do. And he said, that's a good thing. He thought, it is a good thing. That's one thing you want to be doing is down late in the season playing for something rather than just to get the season over with. But the interesting thing is here, North Medford comes in right behind them at 9-7. We're going to have to continue the pregame show right after this on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
We return to Jim Maccabee Field. Here's the lineup now for the North Medford Black Tornado. Leading off and playing shortstop is going to be Frankie Rotigliano. Out at second base, batting second, Dom Daffrin. Behind the plate, Jeremiah Robbins. He'll bat third. At first base and batting fourth, Kellen Williams. And pitching today will be Colton Morgan. He'll bat fifth. The DH is going to be Joey Newberg. Out in center field will be Colton Miller. In right field, Jake Payton. At third base, Ben Morgan. And out in left field, Cameron Nix. For as far as the Roseburg team goes, they will lead off with shortstop Avery Brooks, the catcher Peyton Burke. And I think that's my cue to take a time out here on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
And by the way, it's a warm day here at Jim Maccabee Field. Already approaching 80 degrees, and they have a doubleheader to play today. Again, now going through the Roseburg lineup, we'll start it over at shortstop. Is going to be Brooks Avery. Let me make sure we got all that going the right direction there. You can never quite count on the way they give you a lineup. Batting second is Paxton Burke. He's the second baseman. Batting third, Dane St. Clair. He will be in center field. The cleanup hitter today is Jake Johnson. He's pitching also. Batting fifth is Brevin Harrison. He's the right fielder. First baseman, Keegan Carpenter, bats sixth. Cash Richardson, the third baseman, bats seventh. The second baseman, Caden Austin, bats eighth. And at first base, or left field today, is Heath King. That's the way the lineup shakes out for Roseburg. Now this is going to be interesting because North Medford's in their red jersey and Roseburg's in their orange jerseys. In the sunlight, it may as well be one and the same. But we'll try to keep track of who's doing what and why and all of that. So here's Brooks Avery. On the mound, Morgan. And the first pitch from Morgan is ball one. Got that one just a little high. The 1-0, strike one. 1-1. This is an important ball game right here for both ball clubs. The 1-1 comes. Strike two on the outside corner, 1-2. Roseburg can clinch one of the top three spots. And I say one of the top three because it depends on what everybody else does. And strike three. And there's one away. That brings up Patton Burke, the catcher. He'll send a bouncer foul. I'd say that Roseburg can clinch one of the top three by winning this game because it depends on what Grants Pass and Willamette do as to what the second game means. If North wins this, then North, outside, and we're at 1-1, North and Roseburg would go into the second game of the doubleheader tied for third place. Winner would take third as Daffrin picks it up and fires over to Willer. 2 away. Center fielder, Dane St. Clair. Batting third. That's outside. One thing Roseburg doing early on here is making Morgan use a lot of pitches. Already 13 on the board. Now it's fouled back. So really, if you're trying to figure out how this goes, North, they win it, and Roseburg will be fighting for at least for that third spot, maybe even the second one. Loser of the second game is Rotigliano, picks it off behind the bag, and there's 3 away. We head now to the bottom of the first, and as we do, is Roseburg, no score. North Medford coming to bat on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Your game day adventures start at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken, featuring the Chicken Crunch Box, Tender's Crunch Box, and introducing a contender for best chicken sandwich in the West, the Big Cluck. But wait, here's the real MVP move. Download and use the Peak Rewards app and save big on fuel every day with in-store purchases. Fuel your day, fuel your fun. Pinnacle 365.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Out on the mound for Roseburg is Jake Johnson. Due up for North Medford to start things off will be Frankie Rutigliano, Dom Daffrin, and Jeremiah Robbins. On senior day today, they were noting that Rutigliano is on the way to the University of Portland. Play a little shortstop up there. Or, as it goes, maybe he wants to play a lot of shortstop up there. Jeremiah Robbins also headed off to play at a community college. And Rutigliano fouls the first pitch out of play. Robbins also will be playing catcher. Strike one. Both Rutigliano and Robbins pitched this year. In fact, we may still see Robbins before the day is over, but another foul off. But as soon as they leave today, get through this season, that'll be it for them, pitching. There's another foul. In fact, today it was announced to the crowd that Rutigliano would be playing with the Medford Rogue, if you'd like to continue to watch him play. And there's one that's slapped out into left field, and Rutigliano is on at first base with the leadoff single. King out in left field for Roseburg. Took it on a hop. Now Rutigliano standing down at second base. Daffrin. Dom Daffrin at bat for his first time as we just get started here today. There goes Rutigliano. He's in there. That goes out into center field, but backed up nicely by St. Clair. And we'll keep Rutigliano at second base. And a 1-0 count to Daffrin. Daffrin gets a bunt down. That's going to be taken by Johnson. And that'll get Rutigliano over to third base with one away. So Daffrin gets the sacrifice down to bring up Robbins. Robbins will foul the first one back. Johnson ready. Strike. 0-2. Swing. And a miss, and Robbins is down. On strikes. Here comes Kellen Willer. Strike one. That's popped up. And out of play. Oops, going the wrong way of my strikes. I'm sure that they would like that if I take one away, but let's add one. 0-2. That one came right back towards the stands. Strike 3. And that will end the inning. We go to the top at 2 as we do. There is no score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
I ride the bus a lot. RVTD's UMO app with fare capping means I will never pay more than the daily or monthly cap. RVTD gets me to school, work, volunteering, shopping, and even coffee for a fixed amount each month. UMO gives me one less thing to worry about. Thanks, RVTD.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. We have some nice shade, but my view is somewhat blocked of what's going on. So, well, that's all right. Johnson leads it off. He'll pop this one up. Miller has it. And there's one away. Brandon Harrison coming to the plate. Brevin, I got that wrong. He'll take outside. Ball one. Right. 1-1. We have to fix the scoreboard out there. No, they won't. There's a shot. Right to Morgan. Over to first. And there's two away. That would be Ben Morgan. Colton, the older brother, out on the mound. And at the plate, Keegan Carpenter takes ball one. And ball two. Keegan Carpenter is the first baseman for Roseburg. Ball three. There's strike one. Sure, if I went down and talked to the coaches, they would be as befuddled as strike two as I am by how quickly a pitcher can lose the strike zone and how quickly they can get it back. Strike 3. And that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of 2 as we do. There is still no score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your.
It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net, powered by Siskiyou Cellular. In Southern Oregon, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score. Colton Morgan, Joey Newberg, and Colt Miller are all going to be at the plate. Colton Morgan. He'll pop this up. It's being chased. I don't know if anybody's going to get to it. And they did. Johnson got there and caught it. That brings up Joey Newberg. I was going to say about Colton Morgan, if I got it right, he's decided he wants to eat well. He's on his way to becoming a journeyman electrician. And Newberg pops this one out of play. The 0-1. Woo! That was close. Just missed the helmet. And there's one launched out to left field. That's going to get down. And Newberg has the one out single. So for the second inning in a row, North Medford gets a runner to first base. First time with nobody out, this time with one out. Colton Miller playing center field for the injured Easton Curtis. And he looks at ball one. And ball two. It's going to be really, really hot. There's ball three. By the time we get around to the second ball game, it's time to consult a weather app and find out what's going on here. 79 degrees right now. There's strike one. On the way, at least this weather app says, to a high of 86. Others, it said that might possibly as much as 90. There's ball four. Jake Payton plays right field. Steps in for his first at-bat today. 2 on, 1 away. North Medford lost to Roseburg up there 3-2 in extra innings. That's out of play to the left field side, so we'll go 0-1. About all I will tell you is my conversation about Coach Curtis about that is he wasn't happy with the ending. But what is. And it's a loss in the books, so now North needs to make up a little work. That's out to right field. That's going to get down. Here, coming around from second base is going to be Joey Newberg. He's there, standing up. They throw the ball away. Goes to the third base dugout. Coming in to score on that error is Colton Miller, and 2 are in. So that's going to definitely have to be an error somewhere. I have to figure out how. That brings up Ben Morgan. He'll take ball 1. Waiting to see. Yeah, that's an error on Roseburg. That's fouled back. 1-1. Couple of hits now. 4. Should be about 3 hits, I would think. Yep, there we go. 3 hits. It's the third one there. That's single. So we work our way back towards the top of the lineup. And Morgan will pop it out of play. One and 2. Nope, they say it's 2-2 on the scoreboard. We're a little behind. 2-2. There's ball 3. I don't think I've updated my base running either, so we'll get that right for you. Staying out at second base is Peyton. There's another foul. Pedersen runs some baseballs out to the umpire to replenish his bag. Foul again. So Johnson got by pretty easy in the first inning, but not so much here in the second. There's strike 3 on a breaking ball. Rutigliano steps in there now. 1 on, 2 away. He had the leadoff single to start the ball game. That's out of play. No. Can't get it. As giving that a good run that time was Carpenter, but the fence took it. Not that I think that the fence communicated that with him well, but the fence took it anyway. That's high. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Just got it. There's one out to center field, and grabbing it out there over the head is St. Clair. That will end the inning. We head to the top of the third, but as we do, it's now North Medford 2, Roseburg nothing on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. And Colton Morgan's first pitch to Cash Richardson is ball one. We're trying to catch scores of other games, but it looks like there's a final there from Willamette as we go 2-0. So Grady McQuillian drove in 4 runs on 2 hits, and South Medford defeated Willamette. There's strike one. Defeated Willamette earlier this morning, 9-7. And one of those hits in the 6th inning for McQuillian was a grand slam to left field. There's one out to Morgan, who bobbles it and then gets it on a hold of it and gets it over to Willer. And there's one away. Austin back up there. So, boy, did South Medford ever do North Medford a favor? That one's going to get past everybody, and Austin will be down at first base. Back to our game at hand. That brings Willamette back, so whoever wins this game and Willamette are going to be all right there together heading into game 2 of the doubleheader. South Medford playing as an attempted bunt. No, he went. Strike one. He being king. So they started the first game up at safe is Austin. They started the first game up there in Willamette at 10 o'clock today. That's foul for strike 2, which I assume was in an effort to beat the Heat because the second game is about ready to get underway. So we'll know how Willamette did as all of a sudden South Medford has gotten hot. There's a little right out to Rotigliano, throws it back, and it's a double play. Down to the bottom of the third we go on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's still a 2-0 lead for the Black Tornado. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Get it, back up, what's that greatness thing?
Get a little Dutch Bros in here.
Another day, another Dutch Bros.
Oh my god, that's so good. So worth it. Oh my god.
It's pretty freaking dope, dude. I love every single day of it.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get unlimited data for just $30 a line.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Visit US Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. So, South Medford all of a sudden has gotten hot. They won today against Willamette. That is their 4th win in a row, although they also had their 21-inning streak of no runs allowed interrupted, as Willamette put 7 on the board today. Dom Daffred will lead things off for North Medford. So Willamette goes to 10-6 in conference play. Actually, that would not be right, as Daffred hits one out to right field. But that's easily taken care of. Here comes Robbins. He struck out his first time at the plate. A ageless one, but this is out to center field. And right there is St. Clair. 2 away. Willer at the plate. So I'm going to tell you that the Wolverines now are 10-7 because they've only got 1 league game left. So if North Medford goes to win this one, Roseburg, North Medford, Willamette are all going to be 10-7 heading into their final conference game. Outside. Ball 1. Ball 2. So things are getting interesting. It's a thing that we talked about with Coach Curtis and all the other coaches during the year. That one's popped up. Nobody's going to get it. And Willer will stand over at first base with 2 away. But we talked about this all year with the coaches. You can take a win and move up 2 places, or you can take a loss and drop 2 places. It's that tight. Maybe even 3, depending on how everything shakes out. There's ball 1. That's Colton Morgan at the plate, by the way. Ball 2. Outside. Ball 3. Ball 4. That puts 2 on. with 2 away, and Newberg at the plate, and he's 1 for 1. That's not Austin Warren. That's Joey Newberg. Oh, I think running is Austin Warren over at first base. And Newberg fouls the first one back. So Austin Warren running at first base for Colton Morgan. That's the courtesy thing you can do for the pitcher and the catcher, and nobody else. Newberg pops this one out of play. 0-2. "48 pitches with that one for Johnson. Although on the app it says 49. That one's upstairs. We'll go with the app, which that would have been pitch number 50 already. Is that one going to get down? It does. And the bases are loaded. St. Clair couldn't get in fast enough for that one. And with 2 away, the bases are loaded as Newberg has his second hit. He's 2 for 2. And now that brings up Colton Miller. He scored a run, walked his first time up. A black tornado at every base. That's popped up. Who's going to take it? The second baseman, Austin. And that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 4th. As North Medford got nothing out of that bases loaded situation. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's still 2-0 in favor of the Black Tornado. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
I'm Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
It's Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram season at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We're back for the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Avery at the plate for Roseburg to start the 4th. And he'll swing and miss. And he fouls that one back, 0-2. I don't know what they're doing with pitches on the board. There's strike 3. And 1 away. That's the 31st pitch, supposedly, for Morgan. Burke at the plate. He's 0 for 1. There's strike one. There's another foul. 1-2. Outside. 2-2. There's one to Willer. Willer will take it to the bag himself. Diving to beat the runner. Willer got it done. 2 down. You know what? There's 0-1. That's St. Clair at the plate. Yeah, now they fix it. St. Clair looks at ball 1. A little discussion about the baseball. Do we want to play with it? Do we want to throw it out? What do we want to do here? St. Clair comes back. That's inside. 2-1. Hats up in the air. Miller. Nope. Going to be taken by Nix. That'll retire the side. We head to the bottom of 4 as we do. We maintain a 2-0 lead here on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
What's that? Nobody. What?
Did you run camera?
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. And I'm forgetting to do everything that I'm supposed to do. You'd think I would have this down. I'll just make up time after this inning coming up. Right here, we'll do it in the bottom of the 4th. We'll do what we should have done in the first 2 innings. We'll get there. There's a foul back. Peyton leading things off for the Black Tornado. Bottom of 4. Strike 2. Foul. That was going foul from the moment that it was hit. There's strike three. So, one away, and it brings up Ben Morgan. We chalked up a strikeout for Roseburg. That's the fourth one. There's strike one. The fourth one for Johnson, and 3 1/3. He's allowed 5 hits, 2 runs. And of course, one of those is earned because there's strike 3. So there's another one for Johnson. Gets him up to 5. 3 2/3. Here's Rotigliano. Hey, look at ball 1. That's going out to left field. That's going to get down. King can't get there. Rotigliano on his way to second. He slides. He's safe. Rotigliano with the 2-out double. Rotigliano 2 for 3 now on the afternoon. Here's Dom Daffrin, 0 for 1. There's ball 1. Rotigliano out there, though, with 2 away, which, of course, makes Johnson's situation a little easier, and there's a fake back. No throw. Strike. And out of play. Second game is supposed to start at about 2 o'clock, but the speed we're going, they'll make 2 o'clock easy. Usually these double headers, you're threatened with being late. There's another foul. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the inning. We head to the top of 5. As we do, it's still a 2-run lead for North Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard, with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. And there's our situation as we head to the top of 5. I forgot to take care of business again, so I'm going to take care of it while the inning is going on. That's what we're going to do. So you can see that so far Morgan pitching the shutout. What I was supposed to do, which is different than what I did, as by the way, at the plate is Johnson, and he fouls the first one off. I was supposed to tell you, here comes the next one right back at us, that you need to visit PlayMedford.com for the latest recreation guide and all the sports leagues, classes, and special events that await you. You visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. And that's because Medford is the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon. You can check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at PlayMedford.com. And lots of spring activities here to discuss. We are bringing an end to most of it. That one misses. We're at 2-2. They are doing district track today. We'll wait on the 2-2 inside. That's up in Roseburg. And then in a couple of weeks they will do the state championships at Hayward Field. There's a foul. Back by Peyton. We also have golf and tennis finishing up. Tennis, if I don't have it right here with me, but I believe tennis finishes today up in the Tualatin area. And there's ball 4. So Johnson will get the leadoff walk. Harrison, we'll see if he can't move Johnson along. Morgan outside. Also finishing up next week, not this week, but next week will be golf. And if I read everything correctly, which I would like to say is debatable about golf and the qualifying teams and how that all works. Grants Pass, I believe, is going as the qualifying team. And then from North Medford, Andrew Plankenhorn, that's fouled off by Harrison, 1-2. But Andrew Plankenhorn made it as an individual qualifier. He's a senior this year, so pretty cool for him. We'll get around to baseball and at the next one here. As so we'll talk about that because baseball's coming to an end conference-wise today. That misses. 3-2. That's over to Morgan, who fires to Willer, and that will end the inning. Oh, they got him twice. I got a little ahead of myself in ending the inning. It's a double play, though. Getting hit by the pitch is Carpenter. He's down at first. And a conference out on the mound. I'm waiting for Game Changer to catch up. When you leave it, it pauses and then it has to catch up again. Fortunately, it does that usually fairly quickly. So we're ready to go now. Richardson at the plate. So on that play, I have a runner over at first, so we're away. Johnson got picked off at second base. So that leaves us now with Carpenter down at first. And Richardson at the plate. He's ahead 2-0. And that's going to score a run. Here comes Carpenter in from second base. There's one run on the board. And standing down at first base is Richardson. Now it's a 2-1 ball game. Second hit. And Retigliano fields it, and that'll end the inning. We ended the bottom of 5. As we do, it's now a 2-1 ball game on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day as we try to solve issues. Okay, well, we'll discuss that later. This is all being presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. They have 9 locations now to serve you as they continue to grow. It's on TableRockSports.net. Jeremiah Robbins leads off the bottom of 5. That's ball one. And ball two. There's a hit. Roseburg's excited, or make that North Medford's excited about that, as Robbins is down at second base. I was only going to put him at first. And they'll get a courtesy runner in there for him. Decker is the runner. There's another one out to St. Clair's got this one in his sights, though, and fires it quickly to the shortstop over to third. Sliding in safe, though, is Decker. Colton Morgan, 0 for 1. And now it's got a runner over at third base with 1 out. I say nobody have a 1 out. And he'll take strike one. There's one out to St. Clair again. And that will get Decker in. The throw goes to the mound. But now nothing doing, still with 2 away. North Medford puts another one on the board. That brings up Newburgh. Newburgh fouls the first one back. I have one too many outs, they tell me. As Newburgh's in the hole, 0-1. Strike two. I was right the first time. There are 2 outs. I make it the end of the inning. We head now to the top of the 6th. Not going to give me the top of the 6th, so I'm going to make it give me the top of the 6th. It won't. Well, it is the top of 6, no matter what my machine says, so we'll work on it in just a moment here. But I also need to tell you, let's finish our conversation here. But with knowing that the Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to check out the Rogue X Aquatics and Event Center. You can check out what is available at roguexmedford.com, where you'll find open swim and open gym sessions, along with all the other great activities happening at the Rogue X. So you're saying baseball and softball coming to a halt. The baseball team will take off to Redmond and play on Wednesday the 15th. The softball team concludes over there with the second game of their doubleheader this afternoon, as far as regular season goes. But both both of them are threatening to get to the get this to work. Get to the playoffs. Swing and a miss. As we are at 1-1. King looking to get things started here. 0-2, or make it 1-2. The back up a little ways. There's the one that's lifted out to center field. Miller has it. One away. Let me keep backing up. I might be able to back up far enough sooner or later. Rankings. That's what we want. Right now, North Medford sits in the 17th spot. Has a swing and a miss by Avery. There's a grounder to Rotigliano. Over to first, and there's 2 away. So if that ranking would hold, and it will not hold, by the way, because if they win this game, they'll bump up a little bit, and then how much more they would bump up or down, it's going to depend on what happens with the next game. And that one's fouled out of play by Burke. Right now, they would go, North Medford would go to Tigard for their first game. Oh, 2. As odd as it may seem, that's kind of a favorable thing for the Black Tornado, because then it becomes a winnable ball game. There's a grounder to Morgan, over to Willer, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom of 6 as we do. It's a 3-1 lead for North Medford over Roseburg on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, Eugene.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Your game day adventures start at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken, featuring the Chicken Crunch Box, Tender's Crunch Box, and introducing a contender for best chicken sandwich in the West, the Big Cluck. But wait, here's the real MVP move. Download and use the Peak Rewards app and save big on fuel every day with in-store purchases. Fuel your day, fuel your fun. Pinnacle 365.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount.
It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon on TableRockSports.net. Johnson continues out on the mound. As we go to the bottom of 6, we were talking about the rankings for baseball. For softball, right now, North Medford is 8th, which means, if I have it roughly figured out, they would have a home game in round 1 against Newburgh. Don't figure that these are anything in concrete, because we've got some more games to play and a lot of work to do. But if you win your first round game, you would get a second round game against number 9 West Salem, as Colton Miller steps in and leads things off, fouling it down the right field line for strike 1. And then who knows, after that it gets a little complicated. Oh, gets over the head of Harrison, and standing at second base is going to be Miller with the leadoff double here in the bottom of the 2nd. Peyton is 1 for 2. We'll try to get Miller home for another one. Strike one. Strike two. Outside. We'll stay 1 and 2. We'll try to see if we can figure out before we leave this broadcast how the softball went over there for game 1. Retigliano, or not Retigliano, but Avery fires it over to first for the first out, but that moves Miller down to third. Ben Morgan, see what he can get done. He's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. That's up. And saying he's got it. He does, and the son is Avery. 2 away. Retigliano steps in. Ball 1. Ball 2. That's out to right field. Harrison is under it. And that'll end the inning. We're headed to the top of 7. It's North Medford 3, Roseburg 1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
I ride the bus a lot. RVTD's UMO app with fare capping means I will never pay more than the daily or monthly cap. RVTD gets me to school, work, volunteering, shopping, and even coffee for a fixed amount each month. UMO gives me one less thing to worry about. Thanks, RVTD.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And it's the Lithia Superstore game of the day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. We head to the top of the 7th. And right now, North Medford is going to try and put an end to this and pull themselves into a tie in second place because Willamette's already lost. If they defeat Roseburg here, North Medford, Willamette, Roseburg, all 10-7 going into the final conference game. Double headers for everybody. 0-1 as Colton Morgan still out on the mound. Misses on that one. "68 pitches" is the word on Colton Morgan. I will say this about him. He is an efficient pitcher. He does not waste a lot of them. Hey, that one's going to get through. No, Daffred stops it, gets it to Willer. No! Gets by Willer on a hop. But they're going to hold St. Clair right there at first. Johnson, the Roseburg pitcher, who's pitched a wonderful game himself. Ball one. Say the last thing we want to do here is get into an elongated situation. There's strike one. But the old baseball saying is that sometimes the final out is the hardest one to get. There's a grounder to Ritigliano. He bobbles it, steps on. No. Foul. It's a balk. Call it a balk. All right, we'll stay with the 1-1 count and do it all over again. And out there at second is St. Clair. This one's fouled off. That's up. Morgan has it. One away. Morgan looking at Harrison. That's ball one. So we have St. Clair out at second for the Indians. That one's up. Peyton's under that one, though. There's two away. And the throw almost got St. Clair. Yeah. Throw it to Ritigliano. And St. Clair was kind of taking his time getting back because he didn't see it. Fortunately for him, the ball was behind, but he made it back to second. But there's now two away with Carpenter standing in there. There's ball one. Morgan looks back. There's strike one. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That's outside. 2-2. Morgan looking for that final strike to get this ball game over with. Nope. That won't do it. Hit him. Carpenter trots along to first base. Richardson, 1 for 2. Let's see if he can keep the game going. North Medford looking for a third out somewhere. Morgan fakes to second, but the only one moving to second was St. Clair. There's strike one. Foul ball. Oh, we're down to the final strike again. Richardson looking to extend the game. Morgan looking to end it. Morgan, foul ball on that Morgan pitch. Do it again. There's a swing and a miss. And it is ball game over. And so, North Medford earns the win. We'll discuss what all of that will conceivably mean as they head into the second ball game of this doubleheader when we return with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role post-game show. You can visit travelmedford.org, search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We're back in just a moment right here on TableRockSports.net to recap this one.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your.
Welcome back to the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role post-game show. And we're trying to get this to tell us things in the right order, but the North Medford Black Tornado got things going in the bottom of the second inning. All right, they close that off on me. So I'll just tell you this. They opened the scoring in the second when Jake Payton doubled, and that scored 2 runs. Frankie Ritigliano and Joey Newberg each collected 2 hits for North Medford, as Morgan and Payton each drove in 1 run also later in the ballgame. Really, though, the story is probably Colton Morgan out on the mound as he earned the win for North Medford. He allowed 3 hits and 1 run over 7 innings. He struck out 4 and he walked only 1. Johnson took the loss for Roseburg. In 6 innings, he allowed 3 runs, 2 that were earned on 8 hits. He struck out 7, though, and walked 2. So the pitchers were fairly dominant today out on the mound. Let's be a little more comprehensive in how we review the scoring, though. As we told you, Peyton back in the bottom of the second inning. Jake Peyton, he doubled on a line drive out to right field. Newberg scored, and then there was an error. They threw it away clear beyond the third base and into the North Medford dugout, and that allowed Colton Miller to score on that errant throw by second baseman Austin for Roseburg, and it was a 2-0 ball game. In the meantime, Roseburg finally got on the board. We went quite a few innings without any scoring, but they finally got on the board in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. There was a balk by Colton Morgan, which helped Carpenter get to second, and then Richardson singled on a fly ball out to right field. Carpenter was able to score on that, and it was a 2-1 ball game. North Medford finally closed out the scoring in the bottom of the 5th. The Zach Decker came in to run for Jeremiah Robbins after Robbins double on a fly ball out to left field earlier in the inning. Decker was able to steal third. Then Morgan was out on a sacrifice fly out to center field, but Decker scored on that one, and it was 3-1. And after that, there was no more scoring, although there certainly were threats. As we said, it was really the pitchers here that dominated this one. Morgan with 4 strikeouts and only 1 walk in 7 innings, only allowing 3 hits. But his counterpart, Johnson, didn't do so bad himself, striking out 7. And they both barely faced anybody in a 6-inning game. Johnson would have conceivably had a minimum of 16. He faced 28, while Morgan, with a minimum conceivably of 21, faced 25 batters. So both of the pitchers did a marvelous job of taking care of business today. If you'll bear with me, I'm going to see if I can get a score from over there in the Roseburg game. But I'm going to say maybe not too much. I don't see any information coming my way, so that'll be that. But I would encourage you to hang around, as both of these games are important. This is a really important game now coming up, this next one, because everybody, Willamette, Roseburg, North Medford are all 10-7 at this point. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank North Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRodSports.net. Our next Table Rod Sports production will be unknown. It's playoff time, so we don't know where they're going or what time or what day. Well, we can tell you what day. I can tell you it'll be May 20th. That's first round action right there. So it'll be on May 20th, but where it'll be, when it'll be, well, all a little confusing. We'll get it straightened out someday. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: North Medford 3, Roseburg 1. This has been a presentation at TableRockSports.net. The executive producer is Joe Brett. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching. Good night from Jim Maccabee Field, North Medford High School in Medford, Oregon.